Man, did I not see that one coming. Hawks go 2-0 on the back-to-back in Southern California. Hawks win 4-3 in a shootout over the LA Kings. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how that team won this game. They came together and they got it done. Without any further ado, let's talk about it. So it's Colin Delia who actually gets the start. And honestly, he played pretty well in this game. He had a good game. Colin Delia has been so inconsistent when he comes in as a backup. And yeah, he played a good game. I'm gonna be real. I'll give him this game. He played well. And let me be honest, Jonathan Quick, he is still playing for the Kings, still starting for the Kings. And he had a fantastic game, too. He was flashing the leather. He was making some really big-time saves. And he kept the Kings in this one and got them to a shootout. So in the first period, while Quick was the better goaltender in this game, Colin Delia had a fantastic first period because, frankly, this game could have been easily 2 or 3-0 after the first period because by the time the Hawks ended up scoring with about 3 minutes to go, the shots were 10-2 LA. I'll get to Delia in just a second because Dylan Strome fights with the puck in the Kings zone, gets it out for Eric Gustafsson, who then drops it to a one-timer for Alex Debrincat. It goes wide, like a one-time pass right to Patrick Kane, and Quick wasn't expecting that. Kane buries it and gets the Hawks on the board. But Colin Delia had some really nice saves in this period, man. If he was not on his A game right there, this game could have gotten ugly fast, and who knows, the Hawks, when they get off to bad starts this season, they cannot recover. So early in the second period, Troy Stecher takes a hooking penalty. Can't do that. 2 minutes for the Hawks on the power play. And on the opening faceoff for that power play, it looks like the Hawks are going to win it, but the Kings keep fighting with it, and I'm honestly not sure how this puck just squirts past everyone. It must have popped up and hit someone's helmet because all of a sudden it's in front of them, and a second later it's way past behind them. I don't know what happened, but it's a complete breakaway for Moore, and he makes one move on Delia and puts it in 1-1. Shorthanded marker, and yeah, you can't do that, man. Can't do that. Initially, when I saw that come through, I thought it was like a terrible, breakaway 2-on-1 where they just had a good play. But no, this was literally just a face-off that just, when it comes to the physics, it just, I don't know, it just didn't work out. And the Kings ended up having a breakaway as they're moving in the right direction. The Hawks defenders have to turn around and go that. I don't know, man. That's just a unlucky play that ended up leading to a breakaway. Delia could have made the save there. It wasn't really much of a fancy move. He didn't pull off a fancy move. It was just one simple move around him. But guess it was enough to beat Delia, and the game was tied. And then with a little bit under 13 minutes to go, the Hawks would get another power play, and there would be a perfect chance for Radish as Quick would be kind of on his, basically doing his best splits impression, desperation, trying to save it. And Radish puts a good shot on, and Jonathan Quick robs him with the blocker. A unbelievable save by Jonathan Quick. I think this reminded me just how good Jonathan Quick was back in the day, and he's still playing at a very good level. He withstood the test of time for now, and he's still with the Kings. He's still playing well. Got that blocker. He is, wow, that was a fantastic save. I got to give props and credit where credit is due. That was a great save by Jonathan Quick, and he had many more like it throughout this game. That was just his best one. And then with about 7.5 minutes to go, Alex Debrincat in the Kings zone will dump it past to Dylan Strome behind the net, and he waits. And Alex Debrincat comes streaking in. He finds him, From behind the net, back to Debrincat. Boom, right on net, and it's in the back of the net. 2-1 Hawks. And then with about 3 minutes to go, Kings get a power play, and they try to set up a nice pass to Kopitar, who does put on net. It's stopped by Delia, but Philip Deneau is right in front of the net to just squeak it past Delia and get that rebound and just jam at it. And it finds the back of the net. And with the power play goal, Philip Deneau tied the game for the Kings. We'd go to the third period tied at 2 apiece. Or at least that's what we thought. Because with about 2 minutes to go in the second period, it is Taylor Radish in the zone in a puck battle that he ends up winning and coming away with the puck himself, and then finds Sam Lafferty right in front of the net. One move, touch pass, right past Jonathan Quick. And it's 3-2 Hawks. Sam Lafferty. He had a really good first period against the Ducks. He played pretty well. I liked what I saw from Sam Lafferty. Glad that he was able to bury one here against the Kings after he had a couple good chances against the Ducks and just couldn't quite bury it. So the Hawks would lead 3-2 after 2 periods. And about halfway through the third period, after Jonathan Quick has made some more great saves to keep the Kings in the game, Victor Arvidsson would get a pass from Philip Deneau, or get a rebound from a shot from Philip Deneau, and Arvidsson would shoot it. It would go through the legs and alter course after going through the legs of a Hawks defender. And this is just Philip Deneau getting to the puck first in between DeHaan and Jones, and that stick. And he gets enough of a touch on it to get it past Delia up into the net. Deneau, with his second goal of the game, ties the game at 3. And there wouldn't be any more scoring. The goalies would do their job, shut it down, and we'd go to overtime. In overtime, the Hawks had a couple good chances, including a nice shot from Seth Jones that Patrick Kane had a chance to follow up but couldn't do so. But alas, nothing came of the overtime. It would end with the Hawks on a power play, and we'd need a shootout. So the first 5 shots of this shootout would be missed. Kempe and Taves would miss in the first round. It'd be Velarde and Kane who missed in the second. And then Trevor Moore missed to start the third round, which put the game on the stick of, guess who? Alex Debrincat. And Alex Debrincat moves in, cuts back across, quick, then starts to back up and starts to fall a little bit, reaches the glove in desperation. It's not going to be enough, and Alex Debrincat scores to win the game for the Hawks and pull off the upset on the road. Gritty win by the Hawks. Colin Delia finishes the game with 43 saves on 46 shots. If that doesn't tell you that's a good performance, then I don't know what does. Colin Delia had a fantastic performance, kept the team in the game, and we ended up getting the W as the offense, who put up 30 shots. Quick had some really nice saves. This game could have been way higher scoring. This game could have been a 7-6 final probably if some of these saves, great saves that these goalies made, were not made. This could have been a shootout, but it wasn't. The goalies played fantastic. Quick had so many great saves, but Colin Delia had the sheer quantity that you need in such a game like this. 43 saves. That's insane. And see, the Hawks actually won this game. Marc-Andre Fleury, I think, made more than 40 saves against Boston, the home game against Boston, and he lost because the offense put up just over 20 shots. So yeah, it really helps when the offense can produce and put some shots on net, put some pressure on the other team, and score a little bit more than 1 goal a game. It really does help. Wouldn't you guess? But the Hawks now, back-to-back wins for the first time. So the Hawks wins in back-to-back days. This is amazing. Like, what is this? Hawks get 2 huge wins. I'm loving it. I love that. So the Hawks head to Vegas, get a day off, and they will play Vegas on the road, who's also struggling, so potential to go 3-0 on this road trip. And the Hawks, they upset Vegas the last time they were out there. So, can they do it again? And then they come home to play the Sabres, get that dreaded Florida road trip late in the season. And then they actually come home and will play Arizona and Seattle in their next 2 home games after that. So that should be at least some good note for the team. It's a bit late for playoff hopes, but you'd like to see them at least get some more wins before the end of the year. Get that morale up. The team's got, I think, 3 first-round picks now, so there's not going to be too much worry about getting a lottery pick. If we get a lottery pick, woohoo! Our other 2 first-round picks, I believe one of the picks we got from Tampa is a first round this year. I know the one that we got from Minnesota for Fleury is this year. So we have 2 first-round picks from 2 playoff teams, so they don't go towards the lottery. Oh, well. But we have 1 pick and our own pick that'll have a chance for the lottery. And we're not one of those teams that's going to barely miss the playoffs, so we'll have at least a somewhat decent shot to get that, to get a lottery pick. But yeah, we're entering the final month of the season. It's hard to believe that the Hawks season is about to come to a close here, but still have about 15 games to go, so it's not quite over yet. But I don't think I got anything else to add. I think I'm going to end it here. So that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. For some more content and reactions. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. Take care.